What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, guys, our Cleveland Guardians have not been looking the hottest that they could be.
Yes.
3-6 in the month of June. They haven't won a game against the Cincinnati Reds yet this season. What is going on?
Well, how you doing first? What an honor to be with you and Jay, positive Jay. Well, it's been different things that been happening. Right now, we don't have no luck. Right now, everything we hit, they catch it, they die for. Even with men on base. Just last night was unbelievable. Me and Rafa, we was doing the game, and we said, what's going on? Everything we hit. Ramirez hit the ball to the line. This guy dived. You remember against Houston, 3 men on base. We hit the ball to the line. The guy dived over there. Then the 2 balls that we hit at the beginning against Houston, you remember the guy throw out in the first inning. Throw out Jose, throw out Angel Martinez. And last night, the last out was man on first base. Jose went to steal, 3-2 count, and they hit a bullet, and they catch it right in the fence. So we haven't had any luck, but we haven't scored. Just 22, 23 runs in 9 games. We need to be better than that. We need to put pressure. But something that's going on that we're going to be talking about is we've been facing good pitching.
Yeah.
It's been tough the last few days. Remember, we played Yankees, we played Dodgers, we played Houston. We played 3 teams that been in the World Series for the last few years. So it's been tough. When you face, then maybe the so-so guy was Kirchen. But we faced Fry, Rondon. We face, even Hunter Brown. He's right now, on the miss to be a Cy Young guy. So
I think we faced Randy Johnson at one point again. Nolan Ryan was in there. Anybody else?
I mean, it seems like it, man.
Yeah. But I know. We need to be better. We need to, to score some runs. We need to start playing God ball. Come on. That's what we need to start doing.
Yeah, they need to start scoring some runs, man.
Yes. Tell me, Jay, what's going on?
It's been rough, man. I mean, my favorite Browns player ever is now off my team. My Guardians team is struggling.
I see the shirt.
I'm supposed to be always positive. Thank God I got the 2 best hosts in the world, and you guys cheer me up every time I get to see you because it has been rough, man.
They don't want us to have anything nice around
No,
here.
we're not allowed to have anything nice in this town. That's just how it goes, apparently.
Yeah. But it's been good. There's some good things too. I like what Cecconi, that's the name?
Slade Cecconi.
Slade Cecconi pitched a great game yesterday.
He's been
Keep us in the game. I like it when he got pissed off with the umpires. I love that. I want my guys to be tough. I want my guys to be in there. Class is doing really good. That bullpen is doing really good too. 5 runs in the last 9 games. That's pretty good. So, but we need to get better. But let's listen up to the manager, Stephen Buck.
That was just great baseball all around. But I thought Slade did a great job. They got his pitch count up those last 2 innings, so didn't feel comfortable sending him back out after 22 and 29 pitches. But he did his job.
What did Abbott do so well to get the game away?
That we saw him a couple weeks ago. I thought his stuff was sharper tonight. He was hitting his spots with the fastball. The changeup was really good tonight, and mixed in the breaking balls to the lefties, and he just had us off balance. We hit some balls hard, like I said. Fry gets robbed, Jose gets robbed of a leadoff triple probably. So, we hit some balls hard, just weren't able to get anything going. He pitched an outstanding game. He was incredible.
The 9th inning, did you feel like you had good at bat? You had him on the ropes at least there in the line.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you get the leadoff walk. David gets to a 3-0 count. The bat gets extended, and then they make a good defensive play, and then Jose does what he does, and Los hits a ball hard. I couldn't be more proud of our guys tonight. I know it looks 3 hits on the scoreboard. But that's how special Abbott was tonight, and we still put ourselves into a chance to win this game multiple times. And we're going through it.
What's the most difficult thing about this Reds team?
They pitch well. They play good defense, good at bats. They're a very good team.
Walk us through, like Thomas there in the 8th is decision between pinch running and potentially pinch hitting for Jones. Is that at all in conversation?
Yeah, of course. We talked about all those things. Nolan started versus the starter, and he had seen him twice. So we felt good about Nolan in that situation. Like I said, we don't just look at left, right. We go through all of those scenarios, and Lane is limited in his buildup. So tonight we had very little options with him. So we felt like in that moment, running him for Jonathan Rodriguez and letting Nolan face Abbott a third time was the right move.
Yeah, Yeah, so we've been the pitching.
Yes.
We've been going against pitching the last couple weeks, but I do have a little thing I want to say about it.
Tell me.
I know these pitchers. All of these pitchers are very incredible, and all of
Yes.
these games are going to be very tough against them. But if this team wants to take it to the next level, you're going to have to start hitting them.
You have to.
You're gonna have to
say
start
that.
doing
You
it.
say the right word. To get better, to be the best, you have to be the best. That's what I always say. I love challenge. I love to face the best pitcher, and I need to. You have to come with strategy. Every time you face somebody like that, how I can take this guy away mentally, and what I can do, to help my team to win the game. You don't have to be waiting for the manager to give you a sign to ball the ball to move the guy over, or men at second base move the guy over there, or put the ball in play with men on third base. I've been talking about the other day. I was watching the teams that that are hitting with guys on base. They put a ball in play. The Dodgers. The Dodgers 301. I watched it yesterday. You know what? The numbers are in there. When you hit with men on base, you put in ball in play, something can happen. So those are the little things that we need to improve. But you know what? We still have a lot of games, and we're going to do it.
Yeah, but before we go, you have something for us today.
Yes, I have somebody, one of the best closers that we have in our organization. Cody Allen is going to be with us. Don't miss it.
Yeah, guys, it's going to be fun. It's going to be really good. But before we take a break, quick shout out to the Colleague Companies Championship. For 72 years, Firestone Country Club has been a stage for some of the greatest golfers in the history and a staple in professional golf. But it's more than a tournament. It's a celebration of community philanthropy, having raised over $34 million for charitable organizations. Over the past 2 years, they've raised $2.6 million and given that to over 25 Northeast Ohio charities. Not only do ticket holders have an opportunity to watch legendary golf, but they also receive complimentary access to Colleague Infinity Zone, the epicenter of off-course fun. Over 5,000 square feet, or over 50,000 square feet, my bad, I was underselling you guys there. Located at the main entrance and exit, it elevates fan experience with interactive activities, bar, lounge areas, food trucks, and celebrity appearances. Get your tickets today at colleaguegolf.com.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Fairway Ford, the largest inventory of new Ford trucks, the lowest pricing, and same hometown level of service. Visit fairwayfordohio.com today.
Today's interview is brought to you by Smart Choice Windows and Smart Choice Baths.
Have you ever think about upgrading your home this spring? Then look no farther than Smart Choice Window and Smart Choice Bath. Smart Choice Window is running a great deal right now. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. And I get even better. They are offering zero financial for 24 months, or if you prefer, they also have no down payments option with a monthly payment as low as $199. Some restrictions apply. If your bathroom need an update, the same great team as the Smart Choice Bath has you covered. They are offering $1,500 of brand new showers up top this month. So if you are putting off that remodel, now is the perfect time to go for it. So you are ready for a quitter? No. More energy efficient window or bathroom that finally work for your life. Make the call right now. Dial 440 Windows or head over to smartshowwindow.com or smartshowbath.com to schedule for free. No pressure estimate today. Let's go. Let's get you back.
Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Carlos, who do you have for us today?
Oh my God, I have the guy that the most safe for the Cleveland Guardians. This is with us today, Cody Allen. This guy was a drafter in 23rd round in 2011, and he was with us in the World Series in 2016. Cody Allen in the house with us. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my God. What an honor. What an honor. Now he's an analyst. He's a TV guy for us. He's doing radio. He's doing everything for the Cleveland Guardians. And I know you would like to be in the field right now. I know that you still have that feeling. I still have it. Every time that I do the game, when I see guys on base, I want to be hitting. How you feel? Talk to me about how difficult it is for you to be doing the game, but you would like to be in that situation.
You know, for me personally, like for the first couple of years when I was out of the game, man, it was hard, but I kind of knew that, man, I just wasn't playing well at the end of my career. And the guys that are on the field now, especially on the pitching side, these guys are so talented. Like the raw material that these guys just put on the field every night is impressive. So I wasn't super eager to get out there because you got guys like Clase. I mean, it's just ridiculous what they're doing. But yeah, like I love getting in the flow of the game. I tell you, the draw I've had more than anything is like, man, I would love to just be like sitting in that bullpen with those guys, like when the phone starts ringing and guys are starting to get ready. That's the part of it that like I get really, I'm drawn to.
Well, speaking of that, I know you're on a media route right now. Have you ever thought about going into like a coaching route with that?
I've got 3 young kids. I've got 3 boys. I coach.
He's
all
coaching. He's coaching right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm coaching. I got, I got 8 and under, 7 and under. Like we are dialed. We are dialed in, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy that. So that's what I see for my immediate future. For now, who knows? I definitely didn't think I'd be doing the pre and post game show, and I'm doing that this week, and I've enjoyed every second of it. So. I'm definitely not crossing things off the list just yet.
In 2016, Tito, out of like necessity in those playoffs, used the bullpen unlike pretty much anyone ever. And now you look around and it seems like every team is mimicking that. You guys kind of are the trendsetters. What are your thoughts on how you guys did that?
I wouldn't even necessarily call us the trendsetters. I'd say Tito definitely revolutionized how you can use like certain individuals within a bullpen, right? Like when you have a weapon like Andrew Miller, you can do like there's a lot of different things you can do. And because of, Carrasco breaking his hand that year, Danny Salazar going on the shoulder, and like how shorthanded our rotation was, that was he was kind of pushed into that. But the only reason he was able to do that is because you had a special player like Andrew. And it was funny, after that postseason run, it's very much like a copycat type game. You had all these teams that were trying to find the next Andrew Miller, but the only problem is like he was just as unique as it got. Like you can't replicate how good he was, not only for a postseason, but for a 4 or 5 year stretch, basically from 2014 through the end of 2017, 2018. Like there was really nobody like him in the game, and I don't think we've really seen anybody like him since that can do the high leverage multi-inning stuff like just as consistently and constantly as he does. Maybe a hater type guy, or I'm sure like Clase could probably do it, but he's anchoring the back end of a bullpen. But it is pretty cool to look back and see how that was a big turning point in the game and how it was played.
When you guys in 2016 you guys was unbelievable. Our bullpen was amazing. Right now, we have a team that we have the last 2 years. We've been having one of the best bullpen. When you had Clase, when you had Gaddis, when you had K. Smith, and you have Herring, that right now this year he's been kind of so a little bit, but I know he's going to be better. How tough is to be a closer? I want you to talk about it. What happened to you when everything, the adrenaline start going in the 7, in the 8, that that you're going to be saving the game. Talk to us about how tough it is to be a closer.
It is something, to be said, and you kind of have to learn how to do it, right? Some guys just have the demeanor and just the poise, and it's just like kind of how they are. Like Clase, like that guy is composed at everything he does. Like I'm sure, that's just how he is internally. Like he's just locked in, dialed in. The game doesn't speed up on him at all. I had to learn how to kind of control myself. I had to learn how to slow the game down. I had to learn how to, have clear thought and just go out there and compete and just kind of drown out all the noise. Because there is a difference in his last. You saw it last night with Andrew Abbott.
Yes.
First 8 innings, he was as cool as a cucumber, like nothing, right? Like he was just riding a bike. Uh-huh. And then the 9th inning, those last 3 outs, like they become difficult, right? The game is compressed down to this like singular moment, and it can become a lot harder, right? The strike zone almost can become smaller. The crowd's going crazy. So there is an art to it, but at the end of the day, it's still baseball. Yes. Like there's still a batter, there's still a pitcher, there's still a defense. And if you can really slow it down, if you can take it into like bite-sized pieces, you can use that to your advantage as a closer. Like if I'm pitching a 3-0 game, I can condense the score down and use that. Like it's 3-0. I can pitch differently in a 3-0 game than I can in a 1-0 game. So I can use all those different tactical advantages to my benefit. Whereas say like a guy like Miller or a guy like Shaw, they're looking to keep it 3-0, right? So they're still pitching almost like it's a 0-0 game.
Yeah.
The only difference for them versus me is, there might be a guy coming in behind them, whereas as a closer, like, there's no net. Like nobody's coming in to save you. It's either you or the game's over.
So Cleveland has had such a rich pitching history, obviously, and when you retired, you were the all-time saves leader for the Cleveland Guardians. How much did that mean to you for that moment?
I was very proud of that, right? And I still am proud of that, right? And and I'm super honored that and it was so fun to watch Clase, break it so quick and have some seasons that he's had. And I'm really looking forward to watching him rack up, be in the same conversations as guys like Kenley Jansen and Craig Kimbrell, and just be, I pray that guy stays healthy and has a long, successful career because, just to have my name like underneath his is quite an honor because he is a special talent. Of all the guys that I've gotten to see play, guys, great pitchers. Like, I got to see Mo at the end of his career. I got to see Zach Britton when he was extremely healthy and just dominating the American League. Guys like Miller, Aroldis Chapman, like all these greats, he is 1,000% at that same level. Like he is at that level, right? He doesn't have as many seasons under his belt, but he saved 40. He's had at least 40 saves 3 years in a row. He's 27 years old. He's already got 170 saves. It's remarkable seeing what he's done. But when I got to that number, surpassing a guy like Bob Wickman, who also had an unbelievable career, carried himself well, was a guy that I kind of respected and admired. That was definitely something I hung my hat on as I walked out the door.
In 2016, we acquired Andrew Miller. And like you said, the guy was unreal, pretty much unhittable. And if Tito would have made him the closer, named him the closer, and made you the setup guy, I think a lot of people would have understood, but he didn't. And he stuck with this guy. He was loyal to you. What does that mean to you? And does that help your confidence knowing that your coach has got your back?
Well, I don't look at it as a way of like, hey, he had my back. It wasn't like me versus Miller, right? Like he was just looking at it, and it's his job as a manager. And this is what Tito does an unbelievable job of is he portrays to his players like, hey, I'm going to put you personally in the best position to succeed individually that will then help our team collectively. So it's like, I want you to do well, but I also want our team to do well. So we need to find a way. But if you do well individually, which is what you want, then we're going to do well. So there was no, I knew that wherever I was, it was going to be to the benefit of the Cleveland Indians at the time. Now Cleveland, it was going to be to the benefit of that team, that organization, which would then also be to the benefit of me. And then ultimately, once he's able to get more than just guys like me to buy in, if he gets, he moves Kipnis to center field in the postseason 2017. He moves these guys around. And so when you get all these guys to buy in, it's a collective team effort, and you feel like guys are all moving in the same direction. So if Tito would have moved me to a setup role, I would have gladly taken it. I would have gladly done it because I knew that was an area where I could help this team go to the next level.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more from Cody Allen.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Pure AV, luxury home automation. Experience your dream smart home by visiting pureavcorp.com.
We are, as a team right now, we are having a tough time because we're playing against one of the best teams in the game right now. The Dodgers, the Yankees. We play Detroit. The teams that they're gonna make it to the playoff. Even the Houston was here last week too. How you see this team now that you're doing TV, you're doing the radio for us, stuff like that? Tell me about what you see. That we can get better, or what we need to do to go to the next level.
I don't think, these guys know how to play baseball. I don't think there's anything, it's like, obviously, runs are at a premium right now. It is tough to score runs.
Yes.
You know, and we're facing tough pitching, you know, especially left-handed pitching has kind of been our kryptonite this year, but it's not like we're just facing any old left-handers out there, right? We've, you know, Andrew Abbott, Tariq Skubal, you know, we face Mac Fried, Carlos Rodon. You're talking about guys
Yes.
that are all in the conversation to start the All-Star game,
Uh-huh.
right? So it's, I mean, these are tough teams, tough pitching, and it's just part of a season. When you look at the season as a whole, from opening day to the last game of the season going into the postseason, you have stretches of your season where
Yes.
it's like, man, this is going to be the gauntlet for us.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a breaking point for us, or this is, and so going. I think what's our record in the last 20 games? I think we're like 9-11.
Something like that. Yeah.
9-11 against the best teams in baseball, the best arms in baseball. So, you know, I mean, I was on a team in 2012 that we started a road trip. We were in second place.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of the road trip, we were out of it. And we were letting guys go and we were trading guys. So a 10, 12 game stretch can change a lot.
Yes.
And good or bad. So right now, like these guys are grinding. Like they're getting their wins when they can. And I will say, every game that I've been here for against these tough teams, it's not like we're just getting beat. Like we have a chance. We like in the bottom of the ninth, every game, these guys have had a chance to win the game.
Mm-hmm. And you're talking about that. Let me say something. Our bullpen have, you know, they have just given up 5 runs in 9 games. That's amazing. And our starters is being like 381. So that's pretty good.
That's very good. And
Yeah.
I really that Cecconi.
Yes.
I like him. He's got a good arm. I like the way he pitches. So I watched him twice. Once against New York.
Yes.
In New York, hostile environment, young pitcher, you know, trying to find his footing in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He gives up the homer to Bellinger.
Yes.
You know, then he's in another spot later in the game. He's already given up a homer to Bellinger. He gives up a big hit to Judge. And this is a spot where the Yankees would normally just break it open. He ends up making some big pitches and getting out. He goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs in New York, where it easily could have been 7 or 8. So he showed a lot of poise, a lot of composure, made some big pitches when he had to. Last night, 1-0 game. He throws that 2-2 curveball to who was it? I mean, it was clearly a strike.
Oh yeah.
Big pitch, second and third,
True.
you know, trying to get out of there. Throws 2-2 curveball, clearly a strike. He was very upset. We saw him like walk behind the mound, compose himself, and then make another pitch and get it out. Like, dude, that is they could have broke it open right there. It could have been 4-0 like that just because of a missed call.
Uh-huh.
But man, he dialed it in, made a pitch. So I was very impressed with him.
Yeah, I think our starting pitching is finally turning around, but the most consistent part about this Cleveland Guardians team has been Jose Ramirez for years and years. And you were teammates with Jose Ramirez. How was that like to be a teammate with him? And do you have any like funny stories that you could share by chance?
I mean,
moments.
You know, I will say the one thing about Jose is, you know, he's a quiet guy. You know, he's got that swag. He's always had swagger. I mean, he was like 20 years old, like walking in. It was like, who is this guy? He was almost like a cartoon character. But he's always been just so good.
Yes.
Loved baseball. Great teammate. Do whatever you ask him. But, you know, because he's so quiet, you're not sure. Like, hey, he's like what is it? This guy would race to the clubhouse every day to play cards against Mike Napoli.
Yes.
Because Nap, I love the guy to death. Nap was a terrible card player.
So you're just hustling him.
And even like the lag, I'm pretty sure like all like Santana and all these guys were talking about like how bad he was. They're like, hey man, you want some money? Go play Napoli in cards. Like he'll give you money. Like he's terrible. And so that was funny. But man, watching Jose, I mean, I've gotten to play with some of the greats like in the game. Like I get to play with Trout and Ohtani in Anaheim, you know, and I got to watch, you know, just some really, really good players over the years. And Jose he's always been right there. And, you know, I love, you know, he's at certain points of his career, he was overshadowed by different players and he maybe wasn't in the conversation, but he just kept showing up every day, strapping them on. And now he's put together a career where, you know, every conversation when you start talking about the greats of the game, like he's in there. And it doesn't matter if you're on the West Coast, East Coast, like, you know who Jose Ramirez is.
So during long games, stuff, you're in the bullpen and you got to pass time. What would you guys do in the bullpen to pass time? Is there any good, fun stories from that at all?
You know, there's a lot, especially if like a game is already like out of hand or whatever. But you gotta be kind of sensitive, right? Because maybe like me and Shaw or like some of the setup guys aren't gonna pitch because we're up 10 or down 10. But there's still certain guys they're going to be pitching that day, right? Like, and it's still like their jobs are on the line and they want to do well. So you want to be sensitive to that. But I tell you one thing that I don't know. I know Mike Chernoff and Chris Antonetti, they probably didn't appreciate it, but we love to sit down there and play GM. We were like, hey, what if we could trade for this guy?
Wow.
You know, like it was just like just
Good.
an exercise, and you know,
You want to win. You want to win.
What's that?
You want to win.
It was just a fun game to play because we say we're playing a National League team that we don't see a lot of those teams, right? We're playing like say Cincinnati when like Adam Duvall was a young player, like that guy's pretty good. You know, what do you think it would take to maybe get that guy? Maybe a AA pitcher or whatever. You know, like somebody like that. No way, it's gonna take. And so we just, you sit down there and just pass the time doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I always think about. I go back to when you guys were taking the baseballs and making all your guys' faces out of them. And do you still have yours?
So that was in the dugout. That stuff was in the dugout. But that was, I mean, there's a lot of conversations that go on down there. It's just
the people don't understand. This is a long season. We get to the ballpark, the players, at 1:00.
Yeah.
And we leave the ballpark almost at 12 o'clock. So we have so many things to talk about. The fans, talk about the hitters, talk about, the things that we want to do. Tomorrow is a day off. Let's do this. They talk about it, but I know our concentration is like, we're going to face this guy. Remember, he liked to swing the first pitch, something like that. So you guys care about each other. So that's very important as a team to be together. Let me ask you something.
Yeah,
you was a closer. I watch your numbers. You always been a reliever. Who was that guy, an idol or somebody that that closed the game that you would like to be or you admire when you was coming up?
So more than obviously like the greats in the game. Like I loved Mariano Rivera was like. He was. Because he was always in control and just how he just had this aura about him, right?
Yes.
And he was like there wasn't a lot of guys in my career that I asked to like sign jerseys or whatever. He was definitely one of them. Like he was a guy that I was like, I've got to go. And I went and personally asked him on the field during BP, all that stuff. But a guy that I really enjoyed watching, I was a wind-up guy. I like pitching out of the wind-up. I was a big rhythm guy. And I feel like the wind-up helped me stay in my rhythm. I really I watched Joe Nathan a lot. So I would watch him because he had a good hard four-seamer. But he had that curveball and he used it in different ways. And so I watched him and just how he managed the game out of the windup. And so he was a guy, he's a young player I watched a lot of. But the guys who helped me and probably I took the most from was Joe Smith, the guy before me. Like he was he was the one who really taught me how to be a big leaguer and how to be a pro and kind of just get into this game and gave me the confidence just kind of go.
Last thing I have for you. So before we started, we were talking about former teammates and we were talking about Tyler Naquin. Can you just give us a little update on what's that looking like for him? Is he gonna be pitching?
You're gonna help him to be the next set of man for us?
Yeah, come on.
Hey, that'd be great. I'd love that for him. I love Nate. I think he was an awesome teammate. That 2016 team, he was one of the guys who just stepped up for us and had a great year. But he's always been extremely talented. He had a cannon from the outfield. And so, to have the courage, I guess you call it, or to try and be like, hey, man, I want to go give this a shot. And I've heard, I haven't seen it, but I've heard he has thrown the ball extremely well, getting a lot of reps in. And then, I pitched my entire life and it was already hard, right? And so this guy's learning how to pitch in a very compressed amount of time. So, for him to even be in this conversation right now, for us to be talking about him, says numbers on he's doing well.
Now you came back and now you're working with the team and stuff for broadcasting. What is your favorite thing about Cleveland?
Man, I've got so many memories here. Like my kids were born here. It's just, I was a puppy when I got here, and then, I don't know. It's just, I love this place. I love the fans. There's a lot of great memories here, like good ones and bad ones, right? But a lot of great relationships. And the one thing about Cleveland is the support staff is pretty much, all the same guys are still here. The coaching staff has changed a little bit, but Sandy's still here,
Yes.
But front office guys. And so it's still, it's changed, but it's the same, if that makes sense at all. And there's just, I don't know, there's a lot of memories here and I love it. Al Pulowski, I was like I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to work with him this week, and Bart Swain, and like all the support staff that's there, and all the media staff that's there. Just old faces, and just the relationships changed a little bit from player to colleague, and it's been a lot of fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed it this week, and I can't wait to come back.
Wow, Cody, man, thank you very much to be with us. What an honor to have you, and I keep doing a great job and listening to you before the game, after the game, and sometimes like the middle of the game, because yesterday you was with Rick Manning and the other guy in there. So thank you. Hey. And don't forget to always help. And when you need to say something to the relievers, talk to them, man, because you have a lot of knowledge and you have a lot of experience, a lot of great playoff and a World Series. God bless you, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And when we come back, we'll have some more Cleveland Guardians headlines.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Garage Beer. No bitterness, no frills, no IPA, just beer-flavored beer. Find local retailers who sell garage beer near you by visiting drinkgaragebeer.com.
We're going to be talking about Jose Ramirez, but first, let's watch this video that we have for our fans.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez, and I love Carlos Baerga Show.
Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, before we get into some Cleveland Guardians headlines, the Carlos Baerga Show is proudly brought to you by your local Infinity dealers, Infinity of Beechwood and Infinity of Akron. From the moment you walk into these beautiful dealerships, you'll experience luxury, care, and innovation that define the Infinity brand. The knowledgeable team at Infinity is here to make every step seamless, from your test drive to long after the sale. Infinity of Beechwood and Infinity of Akron can help you discover the perfect new Infinity to match your lifestyle. Both dealerships are now under new ownership, so stop into one of their locations to experience the Infinity difference, or visit them online at infinityofbeechwood.com and infinityofakron.com. So, guys, let's talk about Jose Ramirez.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Let's talk about Jose Ramirez, the best player consistently on this baseball team.
He is, and for me, we need the fans to vote because he needs to start. He's the best third baseman in the game. And he's special. Let me tell you guys what he's been doing. He's the first player in Major League Baseball, listen to this, people, since 2021, there's one player that lead the team in the first 65 games in hits, double, home runs, RBI, and stolen base in the first 65 games. That's Jose Ramirez. He's hitting 332. He's third in the American League right now in hitting. He's amazing what he do every day in and day out. I would like to have 9 players like him. You don't have to be 6'6". You just have to have the heart that he have. That's why I love that guy. I'm very happy that he stayed with us. And, hey, we need to sign him. Give him 4 more years, please.
I would give him a pay raise right now.
Let's keep him here right now. We need to sign him, please. But I need to say to you guys, because this is special. Let me tell you guys what he's been doing in the history of this organization. Right now, he's first in more extra bases since 2017. 500. No. In Major League Baseball, there's nobody that have more extra bases than Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez, 588. Freddie Freeman, 555. And Mookie Betts, 534. Aaron Judge, 529. You guys listen? Jose Ramirez. In our organization, Jose Ramirez right now, he's second in games with 2 outs and with 2 or more extra bases in the game. 116, every 135. So that's special. Career home run switch hitter. He's number 1, 267. Career home run in progressive field. Jim Thome has 178. He's second with 126. Career home runs in Cleveland third baseman. He's number 1. You know, this guy every day is something special. You know, but look into this one. Career intentional walks in Cleveland. He passed Jim Thome. He's 94. Intentional walk.
He had about 10 over the weekend.
Oh, my God.
They didn't want to pitch to him at all.
No, this guy is amazing. Every time he steps in the field, something happens. Game plays. He's number 4 now in this organization. Jose Ramirez. I don't know if you guys watch. I forgot to send that video to you guys. And I'm sorry, fans. I'm going to have it from the next show. Jose Ramirez, Cleveland put a thing in the wall with pictures of the 3 guys that got started outside the ballpark. Jim Thome, Larry Doby, and Bob Feller. And you know who was the last one? Jose Ramirez. So he put in numbers to get there. So fans enjoy it, and let's vote for him to go to the All-Star game. I don't know.
He should be starting. He should be
Yes.
the starting third baseman.
Yes.
Do you guys think he's having the best year of his career
Yes.
this year so far?
Yes.
Like up there at least?
I think so. Do you know how many?
I mean, it's incredible.
Yes.
It's incredible what he's been doing this season. Also, another thing about Jose Ramirez, I feel like people don't talk about him as a power hitter enough.
Yes.
And that should change. I know we always say he's underrated, whatever, but like the power hitters part specifically, I don't think he's ever in the conversation with these guys, and he's doing what they're all doing. I mean, he's not putting up 50 home runs like Aaron Judge, but doubles, triples, home runs, he's doing it all.
He's amazing. He's been amazing. Well, since 2021, 36 homers, 29 homers, 24 homers, 39 homers. You know, he's been amazing. 103 RBI, 126 RBI, 80 RBIs, 118 RBIs, and the stolen base. 262 stolen bases.
You don't see Aaron Judge doing that.
No. That's
And he
a
just
guy.
doesn't take second. He goes for third, which is obviously the tougher of the two, but he don't care, man. He knows what he has to do for this team for them to win.
Yeah.
He's the best base runner we have.
Do you guys?
Yes.
I mean, Carlos,
Yes.
does that guy deserve someone behind him that could just rake
Oh,
for
my
once?
God.
Because, I mean, when you have a career year like this
Yes.
guy's having,
Yes.
this team needs to either call someone up that's going to produce behind him consistently or go get someone, because I've said it the second he signed that contract,
Right.
this team should be all in.
I think so. And he's been doing it without nobody, like big name behind him, in the last 3 or 4 years. So he deserves it. I think, with somebody behind him, he will be unbelievable more.
Yeah, because it's no shade to Lane Thomas or David Fry,
Yes.
but David Fry is coming off of an injury. That's not going to scare many people right now.
Yes. And
The
Lane
pitches
Thomas
he
been
would
hurt.
see.
Yeah.
Lane Thomas being here. I know Carlos Santana is doing a good job, too, but we need one more guy.
Right.
We need one more guy, they got the experience. They know what he have to do with men on base. They know the situation, stuff like that. But you know what? I think our guys need to grow up too. Mansaldo need to go to another, to another
Well, he
step.
needs some at-bats to do it.
Yes. So
Another
he need to
thing.
do it. So let's see what's going to happen. But I know that we are blessed to have Jose Ramirez, and I would like to give him 4 or 5 more years so he can
6,
stay here.
7,
like
whatever he wants.
Carl Ricken did it with Baltimore, like Derek Jeter did it with the Yankees, like all these players. Edgar Martinez did it with Seattle. I love to have Jose Ramirez all his career, and I know he want to stay here.
There's another thing about Jose Ramirez that a lot of people have been saying, and I think it's a bit disrespectful. They are talking about the Cleveland Guardians and Jose Ramirez, saying that Jose Ramirez's career is being wasted. I don't like that
Wasted?
term. Yeah,
No.
it's been like a hot topic on the internet for a couple weeks, but I just wouldn't say that that's true. You could
Yeah.
say that about Aaron Judge. You could say that about Bryce Harper. There's only so many teams that are winning World Series,
Yeah.
and he's been the best player at his position. The Guardians have been in playoff contention for almost every part
All
of
the
his
time.
career.
Yes.
And wasted, I just don't think that I would say
No.
that.
You have to put the numbers. No matter where you go, no matter what team you are, you have to put the numbers. And I remember when we lost my first 2 years here, we lost 105, 100 games. And, Jose Morales, our hitting coach, said, hey, you need to put your numbers. Forget about what happened. But you need to put your numbers and you have to concentrate. And that's what Jose do. Jose's in the best shape of his life.
He is.
I saw him the other day and I said, wow, you look so strong. You look so fit. And he's taking care of his body because he want to be a Hall of Famer. That's what he said to me yesterday. I want to be a Hall of Famer, and I would like to be one of the best players that put this uniform on, and that's a bless for our organization.
And Gab, you're spot on, because if he was wasted, he wouldn't have gone to a World Series. How many playoff games has he
Yes.
played in? That's not wasted. You know what I'm saying? Me,
It would have been great to win a World
Yeah,
Series for
but-
sure, but
How many teams win the World Series? Like you said, that's a great point.
right, I don't know. That one got me a little fired up, but that's fine. I could go on about Jose Ramirez for hours, but
Yes.
we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have some more Cleveland Guardians headlines for you guys. Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, guys, we have some questions. I have some questions about the lineup and how people are going to be playing and when they're going to be playing, because we have basically 3 first baseman DH players on this roster right now.
Yes.
Which they're all very good, and they provide different things. But what are your thoughts on that?
Well, right now, our first baseman, our regular first baseman is Carlos Santana. He's a Gold Glove, you know, and I know Kyle Manzano has been doing really good, you know, in first base. He's doing a great job too. But I think now is the time that, you know, our manager need to know who to put DH, who to put in first base. Carlos Santana like to be in first base. Yeah. He don't like to be DH. He was like me. When I play, I would like to be in the field. I like to sweat. I like to be in the game. And we need him because he's a veteran player. So
he worked his butt off to become the Gold Glover, and he had a hell of a little dive and catch the other day, I must say.
This guy's early taking ground balls every day. So he you know, he's responsible. He want to be ready for when the game starts. And he's been playing hurt, too. He's been playing, you know, a little bit sore. So that, you know, I got a lot of respect for him and stuff like that. But this is a good situation. They now, as a manager, and I know Steve Above, that's what he's doing. He's trying to get everybody involved. And he need to get, Fry cannot play anywhere.
No, he
cannot throw. He's just going to be hitting. So he's going to be DH against lefty, Mansardo against righty. That's the way I think they're going to use it.
You think that's tough on players when they're not getting in a good rhythm, being in the lineup every single day?
It's hard. It's hard. I did it, and it's very hard. But you know what? That's the mentality as a player. If you are going through that, the days that I don't play, I want to hit extra. I want to be early in the ballpark. I remember that I played regular my first 10 years, but my last 5 years, I was a utility player. So if that day I wasn't in the lineup, I want to let the hitting coach, hey, I want to hit in the field. And maybe if you have a pitcher that been hurt, they've been in the DL and need to face, you know, some pitching, I want to be the one I want to hit. So those little things is important for you to get better as a hitter. You cannot be saying, I don't play today, I don't got that bats, it's going to be hard, something like that. You need to prepare yourself and you need to be ready. Those are the guys like they come from the bench. When you see veteran players coming from the bench, they know how to do it. They prepare before the game at 1 or 2 o'clock to play, to hit at 9 o'clock and that night. They don't hit at 7 because they don't start the game. So you need to prepare and you have to be mentally prepared for that.
Do you think that's going to have any issue with Kyle Manzardo's development at all, or is this going to help him?
I think it's gonna help him. It's gonna help him. He know that this game changed a lot. Now, you know, I see that 2 days ago, the first day, Cincinnati was winning 6-3. Yeah. And Friday, the guy that made the catch yesterday, 3 for 3. And you know what? We bring a lefty, and they put corners to hit for him. So Tito Francona take the lefty out. They got 3 for 3, and put a righty in there, and the righty hit a double. Yep. Hit a double too. So he trying to keep everybody moving, everybody getting their bats. So you need to prepare. Even Benson got 2 hits against us and walk, and they brings a righty to play for him. And what about Benson, man? Benson, please leave town. We don't want to see you anymore.
He needs to take that mentality that he has when he's playing the Cleveland Guardians and put it to the rest of the season, because he's a really good ball player.
I love that.
But he has
I love
6 home runs. 6 home runs, 4 of them.
He hit 400 against us. Yeah. Every time that I say, let me tell you guys, I'm doing the radio with Rafa, you know, the Spanish radio, and every time they come to hit, I say, oh my God, there we go again. You remember he hit 3 homers 3 days in a row, Cincinnati, and he's been roping here. And every time he walked, they score. Yeah. Something happened, you know, every time the Benson get a base hit. But you know what? He deserved the best. He's a great kid. Play hard, and he got some injuries, you know, where he played with us. So we want the best for him. We want the best.
One more thing before we end this one. How many Cleveland Guardians do you think are going to make the All-Star team?
To make the All-Star team, I believe it's going to be, for me, Jose Ramirez, the first one, and the second one is going to be Clase. I think we're gonna have two right now. That's what I think, that we're gonna have two. And the third one, we want Mansaldo. Remember, I need to.
I know, they
do
need to
the
start putting him in the
I'm going to
lineup.
rig it somehow, buy votes. I got to do whatever I got to do. Who do you got, Gab?
Well, I mean, I would love to see Stephen Kwan in the
Oh,
All-Star
yeah,
game.
no.
But
Stephen,
I feel like a lot of people are underselling Stephen Kwan as well. Every person that I see voting for All-Star, no one has Stephen Kwan on their list.
just in the last few days, he's been kind of hurt, and we need to talk about that too. He hurt his wrist, and when you hurt your wrist, it takes a lot to hitting. And I watched it yesterday. All the fly balls that he been hitting the last few days is because that you don't feel strong. He want to be in the lineup. He want to help our team because he played great defense. He win 3 Gold Gloves, guys. But you know what? Right now he's going through a tough time, but he's gonna be okay. And I forget, for me, 3 players can make the All-Star game: Stephen Kwan, Clase, and Jose Ramirez, number 1.
And I would maybe add
What about you, Jay?
Hunter Gaddis or Cade Smith.
I was just going to say I'd put in Hunter Gaddis or Cade Smith. They've been pretty damn good this year, too.
Yeah, so hopefully we get more than those 3 guys at All-Star. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have some more Guardians headlines and some stuff around the league. Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, let's talk about some things around the league, specifically in the AL Central. The Tigers now have 44 wins.
They have the best record in Major League Baseball right now, over the Yankees, over the Dodgers, over everybody. It's been the pitching. The pitching has been amazing. They're number 2 in the American League, number 4 in Major League Baseball. And it's been amazing. Scotty Escobar is going through. He want to win another Cy Young in a row. They have Flaherty. He starts slow. He's pitching really good right now. Also, and everybody they have one of the best pitching staff in the game. They're doing really good. The only thing that beat us 3 out of 4 was the Cleveland Guardians. So they know who they're facing and who eliminate them in the playoff was the Cleveland Guardians. So we have an opportunity to do it. The thing is, they play good at home. 23-9.
And we took 3
21-15. And when they play against teams that are over 500, 25-19. That's good sign. That's a good sign right there. Minnesota, nobody talk about them, but they playing better.
They're getting better, yeah.
They playing a lot better.
They did go on that big win streak for a little bit, but kind of evening out. But they're still a really good ball team.
No, they play really good. Carlos Correa, they playing. Carlos and Byron Buxton, they playing, but they kind of hurt a little bit. That's the only thing that's gonna happen today. But I believe that we have a great chance. We're playing better than Kansas City.
Yeah,
Kansas
a little
City.
bit better, but we are playing better.
Yes. So I know that we are one of the toughest divisions. A lot of people pick 3 teams that they're going to be in the playoff in that division, and I hope that we are one of the teams.
Yeah, I hope so too, but right now it's only the Twins and the Tigers in the division. But my take on the Detroit Tigers, they're 20 games over 500 for the first time since 2013, which is crazy. But this is how I want their season to play out.
Yes.
You guys watch the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, right. They had a historic season. They were great. Everyone thought that they were the best team in basketball. And then they got to the playoffs, and then all of our hopes were crushed and crumbled, and then...
Wow.
That's what I'm hoping for the Tigers. You know what?
Gabby, don't say that. They're gonna yell at you on the ballpark.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for the Tigers.
Yes.
I'm not saying anything after my Scooble problems, but that was just me.
I hope the Tigers
but
see it.
I would love that. That's why I was telling you guys before. I don't think they're the best team in baseball until they prove it in the playoffs, and I hope they choke. Just like your dream. I hope your dream comes true because, frankly, I think it's all of Cleveland's dream. If that would happen, that'd be awesome.
I mean, I would love it.
Good. We like I say before, you want to be a winner. You want to be the best. You have to be the best. So that's very important. And I think we have the talent to do it. I think we got the hitters. We got the pitching. We just need to put it together and play ball.
Yeah, I want to see a little more of guards ball. I want to see runs being scored. You know what else I want to see? I want to see people at the ballpark too.
Yes,
Let's do that. Let's get people going.
Yes. Well, I think it's going to be in a road trip. They're leaving tonight after the game. But you know what? We want to see you guys at the ballpark. It's important that you show up in there and let's have some fun. Right now,
It's warm outside. It's
warm.
nice
Beautiful,
outside.
beautiful.
There's hot dogs at the stadium.
Oh,
Jose
my
Ramirez
God.
is at the stadium.
Yes.
There's giant, massive turkey legs at the stadium.
Oh,
apparently.
yeah, I
You
saw
can
that the
get
other
it.
day,
I'm
man.
getting one. That's my
a
goal.
new thing, yeah?
Did you get one?
No, I need to go. It's in the 4th floor. Where's the 4th floor? In the lights?
It's
in the
called
lights?
Terrace Hall. Yeah, yeah. It's called Terrace Hall.
Next time, next homestand, I'll go pick one up and I'll bring one up early for
please,
you.
I
And
need
you
it,
guys
man.
can try
I need
it.
it.
I won't
need
try it, but I'll watch you guys.
Yeah.
We'll video us doing it.
Did
You
they
try it.
still have the $54 tickets?
Yep.
For the month?
Yeah, they
Come
got
on,
them.
man. Let's
$54
go.
a
Let's
month. You
go.
get every single game. It's a great deal.
Yes.
Okay, so be at the ballpark. Vote Cleveland Guardians players for All-Star. And that's all. That's all I got for you guys.
Well, this is the Carlos Baerga Show, and thank you for being with us.
Yep, we'll see you guys next week.